Satyanarayan ji, head of NGP division, Sunil ji, dignitaries present here, a warm welcome to you all. So this is the launch event of Operation Dronagiri, for which we all had assembled here. Like Operation Dronagiri is seen as the first phase of launch of National Geospatial Policy 2022. As you are all aware that DST is playing a crucial role in developing the geospatial ecosystem in the country, where DST has established National Spatial Data Infrastructure in 2005. After that, we are having National Data Sharing Policy and Guidelines. Then we are having Geospatial Guidelines, which were published in 2021. And after that, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, the department has notified National Geospatial Policy, where DST is taking a leading step to make India Vishwaguru in geospatial technology and provide best-in-class geospatial ecosystem in the country. Towards this, we had taken several steps, like Survey of India has come up with course network. Then we're also having a governance framework for developing the geospatial ecosystem in the country. And this is another initiative which DST has taken to provide a world-class innovation system for the startups in the country, where we are taking a lot of steps, lot of things under this Operation Dronagiri, which will be explained by the subsequent speakers. So without wasting much time, I wish to invite Secretary DST onto the dais. Secretary, sir, please. I request Chairman GDPDC, Shrikanta Shastri sir, to please come to the dais. Now I request SGI sir, Hitesh Makwana ji, to the dais, please. I request IIT Tirupati Director, Professor Satyanarayan ji, to occupy the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request Niti to honor the chief guest on the dais with a pot of flowers. Thank you, Niti. Like I said earlier, the department is taking proactive steps for implementing the National Geospatial Policy 2022. So now I request SGI sir to kindly give an update on what DST is doing towards achieving the outcomes of NGP 2022.
Respected Secretary, sir, respected Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Professor Ravi Karandikar ji, Chairman, Geospatial Data Promotion and Development Committee, Sri Srikant Sastri ji, Professor K.N. Satyanarayan, Director IIT Tirupati, and all dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. This is really a momentous occasion in implementation of National Geospatial Policy 2022. As we all know that National Geospatial Policy, which was launched in December 2022, is a path-breaking policy in overall development of geospatial ecosystem in our country. And since then, lots of efforts have been put up by Department of Science and Technology and its organizations to implement this geospatial policy. And the ultimate aim of this National Geospatial Policy is to have a National Geospatial Data Registry and Unified Geospatial Interface. If we will see this geospatial policy and if we will achieve this level, NGDR and UGI, then we can definitely say that we have implemented this policy in its true letter and spirit. To achieve this thing, there are so many actions have been taken by Department of Science and Technology and various other agencies of central government as well as state governments. We have identified in policy 14 fundamental themes. Some more sectoral themes have also been identified. We have also taken various action to have a geospatial skill council, though it is underway, but it is also at the various, it's a ripe stage of reaching to its conclusion. We have also taken action for certification for surveyors, and lots of interaction has been happened with multiple stakeholders, both from government side as well as from the private side. And this whole policy is being implemented in collaborative manner. We have academia like IIT Tirupati, IIT Kanpur, IIT Rohtak, similar way, Indian Institute of Science, and many, many more organizations. And this geospatial data interface, which at present we can say it's in its first phase, and its all implementation will be possible if all the department will fully provide the data on this platform. And this is a first stage in which we are understanding that what are the issues and how these issues can be tackled. So this Operation Dronagiri is a first phase of achieving our geospatial data interface implementation. And I am sure that this will really a path-breaking implementation, and it will bring all the stakeholders of geospatial ecosystem in one platform. Today, Operation Dronagiri, this launch event, is a hard work of so many stakeholders. And in this, everyone has put their heart and soul, and I must appreciate and the role of our chairman GDPDC. He has put his heart and soul to come to this stage. And thank you very much, sir, for your this initiative. Because when we were discussing, I was always telling sir, sir, when it is coming to interaction with the private sector, sir, please, sir, you take lead, because we as a bureaucrat, we have certain restrictions, not restrictions, but we have certain different way of working with ecosystem. So, and he has fully took this forward in interacting with private sector organizations. And we have also in different way coordinated with various government agencies. When our GDPDC secretariat was lacking, sir has taken personal interest many a times, and we have reached to this stage today. And I am 100% sure that this first stage will be a learning stage. It's we have learned a lot of lessons, and that will definitely help us in making this program a grand success. Definitely, government, Honorable Prime Minister has told in many events that geospatial data has having a tremendous importance. And if this geospatial data is integrated with the statistical data, then no one can stop us to reaching, to take our country by 2047 a Viksit Bharat. And this is the first stage, and I am with the help of, under the leadership of Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, and collaboration with various government agencies and private stakeholders, India is going to be I have no doubt that India is going to be a global leader in geospatial ecosystem. With this, I will not take much of everyone's time. I once again reassure that the Survey of India, because Survey General of India is a member secretary of GDPDC, will not keep any stone unturned to reach to this stage. So with this, once again, I convey my sincere thanks to Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, of his leadership, the Chairman GDPDC. With their continuous efforts, we have reached to this stage. And once again, I congratulate IISc, IIT Tirupati, because not only this geospatial data interface, but we have simultaneously responsibility to develop geospatial innovation hub. We have also so many startups has to also promote under this ecosystem, and today it is a first step in that direction. I once again welcome all of you, all dignitaries, all eminent personalities in this event, and with all support, definitely we will reach to a stage where we can take pride. We have really contributed in over to reach to Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for highlighting the work done under NGP for its implementation. Like sir said that DST is taking proactive steps for implementing NGP. So thanks to Secretary DST. So with sir support, Geospatial Innovation Cell has been established in DST to streamline the activities which are being carried for innovation in geospatial ecosystem. So thank you, sir, for this. Now I request all the dignitaries to light the lamp.
या
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor K.N. Satyanarayana, Director IIT Tirupati, to give a brief remarks on the role of TIH in accelerating the geospatial innovation.
Good morning, everyone. Professor Karandikar, the Secretary DST, Sri Srikant Shastri, the Chairman of GDPDC, Mr. Makwana, the Surveyor General of India, various participants in today's event, invited guests. So here I'm standing here in my role as the Chairman of the Technology Innovation Hub, Section 8 company that we have created at IIT Tirupati under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems. There were initially 25 hubs, now there are 23 hubs which are operational. And yesterday and day before yesterday in Bangalore, we had the review of all these hubs. Our Secretary, Professor Abhay Karandikar was also there going through this process. I see some of my colleagues from Roper and others who were part of that. Now, under this mission, hubs, they have identified different themes for the various hubs that have been created. And the hub at IIT Tirupati is in the area of positioning and precision technologies. Broadly in the area of P&T technologies, positioning, navigation, and timing technologies. So I guess when the geospatial policy, the national geospatial policy was rolled out in 2022 December, we were a natural choice to start working on this particular area in how do we ground this policy that DST has been leading. We have had a number of workshops that we conducted over the last couple of years, number of meetings to discuss this. One of them is to create a national geospatial hub in Hyderabad, where we have worked with, we have a MOU between DST, Survey of India, and IIT Tirupati to work with institutions in this area, because there's a lot of geospatial related startups and ecosystem that is there in Hyderabad. So that's something that we've been working towards. We've also identified a space to do this, working along with the IISM setup that's there in Uppal in Hyderabad to take this forward. Now, once the GDPDC came forward to launch the Operation Dronagiri, where the intention is, the geospatial policy freeing up of data is a major step. Because personally, I know the challenges we have had. I was part of this team that was developing the disaster management system for Andhra Pradesh. This is in the early, around 2002 to 2004 period, that they were setting up a centralized center for managing disasters, whether it was floods, cyclones, and just then you had the tidal wave challenges and all those things. The big challenge, and the whole platform was supposed to be on a GIS platform, and the granularity of the data we could get into. We could only get 5-meter interval data. And we said, if you're going to do flood modeling and all that, we need at least a 30-centimeter level data. And they said, you cannot access it. Now, this is what we're doing for the government, we're doing for the state, and you could not access it. And then the models were quite not to the extent that we would like it to be. Now, this policy now frees us up from all those constraints, where a lot of the data was not accessible, not freely accessible. A lot of data was existing, what NRSA and the other agencies have been doing, Survey of India. And leads, the whole thing opens up a lot of potential. And really, if you read the policy, they put up a nice framework on how this could be rolled out. So to demonstrate this opportunity that we have in terms of whether it's from various sectors, whether it's agriculture sector, disaster management sector, logistics sector, and so on, the GDPC has nicely formulated this Operation Dronagiri, where 5 districts have been identified, where you'll do pilot launches and bring in. One of the big emphasis in the geospatial policy has been the role of the private sector in taking this initiatives forward. And this, the Operation Dronagiri is looking at that. How do we bring in startups? How do we bring in various commercial and entities into demonstrating how this could be beneficial to the society at large and for various national initiatives that we have launched. So they've identified 3 verticals. I think so Shrikant Shastri will get into a little more details on this, on agriculture and then transportation, logistics, and livelihoods. It so happens that we are located in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has launched this initiative to conduct a skills survey of the whole state. And livelihoods and skills, are interlinked, and this falls perfectly, aligns with these initiatives that are going on. So IIT Tirupati is very glad to be the anchor institute to demonstrate and launch this, and taking care of the Vizianagaram district in Andhra Pradesh, but also coordinate the overall thing under guidance of GDPDC. And we are very excited about this opportunity. And we are looking forward to this pilot to be scaled up in a very fast way to the rest of the country. And I think it's a great opportunity for all of us. And let's all work together. And we are glad that the whole ecosystem is being looked at from the perspective of the government policy, engaging academic institutions like IITs and the research institutes, IISc for taking care of the integrated geospatial data sharing interface. So various academic institutions, Survey of India, now we have to work with various government entities. For example, for this Operation Dronagiri, when we had the meetings, we had to reach out to the collectors and the government machinery to collect all this data, and then how to start using it. So, so I'm looking forward. The whole team at IIT Tirupati is excited about this, and our Technology Innovation Hub at IIT Tirupati is excited about this opportunity to work with everyone and be the interface between the academia, research institutions, and the government and the startup and the industrial ecosystem. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for highlighting the role of IIT Tirupati in fostering geospatial innovation through IIT TNIH. Now I would request Dr. Shrikant Shastri to give a special address on Operation Dronagiri. This Operation Dronagiri could not have been possible without the efforts of Dr. Shastri. His relentless efforts and his continuous discussions with Secretary DST, Sunil sir, SGI, and of course, I should be very thankful to him that he was responsible for bringing various stakeholders like industry, corporate, startups, academia, all these people on board through which this initiative has been possible and is being launched today. I request Dr. Shastri.
Good morning, everyone. One of the advantages of chairing a committee like this is people assume that you got a doctorate and you get an honorary doctorate. So I'm not a doctor at all. I've not done my PhD. But I take it when I get it, but I politely decline also. Hitesh Makwana ji and Dr. Satyanarayan have covered a lot of ground, so I will try not to repeat some of that. First of all, thank you very much for being here today. It's a very significant day because we're crossing a big milestone. After all the groundwork, we've had interactions with all of you over the past 8-9 months. Today is a milestone in terms of actual launch of the program. And as you already heard from the speakers, the National Geospatial Policy is very, very ambitious. It aims to make India a global leader. There are many aspects on which work needs to happen. Operation Dronagiri covers only one part of it, which is innovation involving the private sector, involving startups, making the data available and accessible. Those are some aspects where Operation Dronagiri will bring things alive. While you will see some videos and demos after this, I'll give you a few highlights. You will see a beautiful geospatial data interface through which the almost 200 plus data sets for just the 5 districts and Gurgaon city will be made available. You will see 7 clear problem statements which are being used by our corporate partners and startups to solve problems for farmers, for the youth of our country and artisans so that we can actually demonstrate socio-economic impact. In this hall, we've been grateful to have many of the partners who are going to help us in this process. The other highlight I'd like to mention is that today there will also be the launch of a Startup Grand Challenge, where in these 5 districts and Gurgaon city, we're going to invite startups to come and say, come and use the data through the GDI interface, create innovative products, solutions, etc. And there is some funding available for that. So there are many things that will get launched today. So I just want to say 3 things today. One is, first of all, that all of us are grateful. There is a huge amount of gratitude for all the stakeholders who participated in this. I'd like to start with ministries and government agencies who have been very, very forthcoming in making the data available for us to use. It's very easy for a policy to say that the data must be made available, but to actually take time out, clean up the data, give it to you in a format that you want, they've all gone out of the way. So my first gratitude is towards government agencies and ministries who have made the data available. Second is our corporate partners and startup partners. There is ITC in the room, there is a delivery in the room, there is Bajaj Allianz in the room, and there's probably SBI General in the room. For the last 6 to 8 months, we've taken up a lot of your time trying to understand from you where geospatial data could help. You've been very patient with us. I'm sure you wondered at times, why are they wasting so much of our time? But hopefully you will see the outcome of this starting today. So gratitude to our corporate and startup partners. The geospatial industry, and I can see several people here, Nikhil Kumar, the president of AGI, Agendra, Pramod Kaushik, they're all from the industry. A year ago, I was a complete outsider. Thankful to you for making me part of your industry and making me welcome, so gratitude to the industry as well. CDPG, our tech partner, Center for Data for Public Good out of IISc Bangalore. They've developed a wonderful interface. Sometimes I might made their life difficult, but they've smilingly responded and acted on that. So gratitude to CDPG for that. And the 5 incubators. We've got 5 excellent incubators across the country. You'll see their logos on this chart, who are actually going to roll out ground level programs in the 5 districts. And last but not the least, the parent anchor agencies, Department of Science and Technology, Survey of India, and a wonderful GDPDC secretariat who have kind of made this day possible. So first emotion today is gratitude. The second one is, I really want to say that Operation Dronagiri is based not by all of us sitting in some ivory tower. It was based on constant feedback and learning that we had by talking to all of you. All the innumerable meetings gave us clear problem statements, and that is what has allowed us to give you the right kind of data sets and be able to help you solve those problems on the ground in the 5 districts. Finally, I just want to say that Operation Dronagiri is a result-oriented program. There are clear outcomes that we are targeting for farmers. Can we give better advice to farmers? Can we give more loans to farmers? Can we settle the insurance claims faster? So clear result orientation. Likewise, for youth, our livelihood and skilling programs are saying, can we find more jobs and livelihood opportunities for our youth? Similarly, for women artisans in rural areas, can we give them larger market access by making geospatial data available? So the whole idea is that unless our geospatial data, technology, etc., can create socio-economic impact, it's all on paper. And that's why the result orientation is important. And in that sense, today is just the beginning, actually. While today might seem a big day for a launch, but today is the beginning of all the hard work that is to happen in the weeks to come. And we'll have to work closely with our industry partners, startup partners, corporate partners, and we'll all require a great deal of patience because things won't go right on first day. Some of you might feel that the data that you got is not the best data. You'll have to give us that feedback so that that can be improved. We'll have to find a way so that we can actually solve the problems of the farmers, the artisans, and the youth of the country. So two-way communication, patience is going to be exceedingly important. And finally, like most things, on-ground implementation in the districts will be key. But together we can make it a success, and I'm sure the collective energy we've seen over the last 8-9 months, if we put our heads together over the next 6 months, we will get great results. And when we meet in April 2025, we can all pat ourselves on the back. So thank you very much for coming here. Wish you all the best of luck for making this a success.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request the dignitaries on the dais to launch Operation Dronagiri, along with release of brochures, launch of website, and launch of video. Yeah, please. You can please come. Sir, आप भी आइए. I request you to please release the brochures too. I also request the dignitaries to please release the geospatial data interface. Yeah, this is the website. No, this is not the website, sir. Now I request the dignitaries to please launch the website. Video, yeah, video of Operation Dronagiri. Thank you. Now I request the launch of video of Operation Dronagiri. There is 3-minute video, no? Thank you. Now I request Dr. Kalpana from CDPG ISA Bangalore.
This video first.
Yeah.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग भारत सरकार ने दिसंबर 2022 को नेशनल जियोस्पेशियल पॉलिसी 2022 अधिसूचित की है, जिसका उद्देश्य था भारत को जियोस्पेशियल तकनीकी और नवाचार में विश्व गुरु बनाना है। आज ऑपरेशन द्रोणागिरी का शुभारंभ नेशनल जियोस्पेशियल पॉलिसी 2022 को लागू कराने के पहले चरण का प्रतीक है। ऑपरेशन द्रोणागिरी भारत की एक महत्वपूर्ण ऐतिहासिक घटना का प्रतिनिधित्व कराता है, जहां भगवान हनुमान ने द्रोणागिरी पर्वत में संजीवनी बूटी की खोज के लिए भूस्थानिक ज्ञान का उपयोग किया था। ऑपरेशन द्रोणागिरी के तहत एक जियोस्पेशियल डेटा शेयरिंग इंटरफेस विकसित किया जा रहा है, जो विभिन्न हितधारकों को विभिन्न सरकारी एजेंसीज के पास उपलब्ध जियोस्पेशियल डेटा तक पहुंचाने और उपयोग कराने में सक्षम बनाता है। ऑपरेशन द्रोणागिरी की पहले चरण के लिए व्यापक परामर्श के बाद 3 क्षेत्रों की पहचान की गई है: कृषि, आजीविका और कौशल, रसद और परिवहन। ITC, Delh, HDFC बैंक, बजाज आलियांज, SBI जनरल, Saxo, Cropit, LCP फर्टिलाइजर्स, आइडिया फोर्ज, डिलीवरी, TMI ग्रुप, हैंड्स ऑन आदि जैसे विभिन्न कॉर्पोरेट और स्टार्टअप्स 5 राज्यों की जियोस्पेशियल डेटा और प्रौद्योगिकीकरण के संभावित अनुप्रयोगों को प्रदर्शित कराने के लिए कुछ उपयोग के मामलों का भी प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। ऑपरेशन द्रोणागिरी का पहला चरण 5 राज्यों उत्तर प्रदेश, हरियाणा, आसाम, आंध्र प्रदेश एवं महाराष्ट्र में लागू किया जाएगा। इसका मुख्य उद्देश्य महिलाओं, युवाओं और किसानों को जियोस्पेशियल टेक्नोलॉजीज की उपयोगिता का प्रदर्शन कराना है। क्या जियोस्पेशियल डेटा का प्रयोग करके किसानों को बेहतर सलाह दे सकते हैं और उनकी आय बढ़ा सकते हैं? क्या बैंक्स और NBFCs बेहतर क्रेडिट रिस्क असेसमेंट कर सकते हैं और ज्यादा लोन्स किसानों को दे सकते हैं? क्या इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज किसानों के क्लेम्स को तेजी से सुलझाव कर सकती है? क्या युवा जॉब्स ऑन मैप्स ऐप का उपयोग करके नौकरी पा सकते हैं? क्या महिला कारीगर अपने उत्पाद को व्यापक बाजार में बेच सकती हैं? क्या लॉजिस्टिक कंपनीज अपने ई-कॉमर्स का दायरा बढ़ा सकते हैं और ज्यादा डिलीवरी नौकरियां बना सकती हैं? हम अन्य संगठनों और स्टार्टअप्स को GPI के माध्यम से जियोस्पेशियल डेटा का उपयोग करके समान संभावनाओं का अन्वेषण करने के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं। जियोस्पेशियल इनोवेटिव एक्सेलरेटर स्टार्टअप के लिए ग्रैंड चैलेंजेस शुरू कर रहे हैं। इन चैलेंजेस के माध्यम से हम स्टार्टअप्स को पहचाने गए समस्याओं का समाधान करने के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं, जिसके द्वारा पायलट प्रोजेक्ट्स अपने लक्ष्य को तेज गति से प्राप्त कर सकेंगे। इस राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन में शामिल होना और जियोस्पेशियल सेक्टर को आर्थिक विकास का पहलू बनाने के लिए हम सभी का योगदान स्वागत करते हैं।
Thank you. Now I request Dr. Kalpana Krishna Swamy from CDPG ISC to give a brief overview on geospatial data sharing interface.
Hi, good morning to everybody. Good morning to Secretary DST and all the dignitaries on stage. My name is Kalpana, and I head the GDI program at CDPG. We are proud to be the technical implementation partners for Operation Dronagiri. So thank you for this opportunity to tell you a little more about the GDI interface, which has just been launched. The GDI platform provides crucial digital public infrastructure that actually will help us realize the vision of the NGP 2022. Can I have the next slide, please? So let me tell you why by giving you a little example. Think of this great startup with great AI, ML skills who would like to build an innovative app for the geospatial ecosystem. Say they want to delineate farm boundaries using drone and satellite imagery. They have all the skills, but what good will AI and ML do for them if they don't have the requisite data? The questions that come to mind is, where is the data? That's the big one. And even if you have an inkling of where the data is, how many agencies will I have to contact to get this data? What format will I get this data in? Do I have to pay for it, or is this open data? These are all questions that sometimes take months and even years to resolve, and the startup loses valuable time and money and may not even be able to make it. Next slide, please. So GDI is here to fix this problem. We are a platform that connects consumers of geospatial data with providers of geospatial data. It is a platform that is built to help both the providers and the consumers. Let us look at the providers first. Providers in geospatial data come from both the private and the public sector, but a lot of times they don't know how to make their data available, right? Secondly, sometimes they have high-value data sets that they want to monetize. Also, they always want to have control of who is using their data. And this is what GDI provides. We provide controlled access to data. We keep all compliance and privacy regulations in mind. Now, let's talk about the consumer. The consumer, like the startup I just spoke about, actually has access to, knows where to find the data, first of all, and then they have access to data in standardized formats. No matter where the raw data came from, we will provide analytics-ready data to the consumer. The best of all is we actually don't need to store anybody's data. Our mechanisms are all federated. We have various mechanisms from which we can pull your data and actually use it. Serve it to the consumer, so we don't really ever have to keep your data on our site. So a lot of providers feel a lot happier once they do this. Can I have the next slide? So here what you're seeing is a sort of scroll through of our catalog page. For Operation Dronagiri, we have 5 districts. We also have 250 data sets that are already loaded. But we have a huge pipeline, and we're actually trying to load a lot more. You can actually look through our catalog page, which is really well designed, get rich metadata about the data sets, and drill down exactly to which data set you need, and visualize it on a canvas. Can I have the next slide? So we are a lot more than a technology. We are an ecosystem that actually works with both the consumers and the providers. And as an ecosystem, the GDI platform can only grow if this effort is collaborative, right? So here is an open invitation to everybody. All the consumers out here, please come to our come to our platform. Tell us what else we can do to make it easy for you. to quickly ramp up and build applications. We have a powerful analytics engine as well. So, let us know what you need, because a platform is only good if a lot of people use it. We invite a lot of providers to come and work with us and put your data sets on the GDI platform. We've already had a lot of good response from a lot of the government agencies. We're also calling on private companies, people who are flying drones or satellites privately. And also, we are an open access platform, which means we don't have any proprietary pieces in this platform. It is all open access. So I'm calling innovators and software developers, please come to us and help us make our platform better. So this is an open call to everybody to collaborate with us to make our platform a lot better. So thank you all. Can I have the next slide?
Starting today, it's available for people to use, right?
Yes, yeah. We can
Send the URL.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please come start using it today.
Thank you very much, ma'am. All this could not have been possible without the kind support of Secretary DST. Sir has taken proactive steps for improving the geospatial ecosystem in the country by supporting various initiatives. Now I request Secretary Sir to kindly give the keynote address.
Thank you very much, GDPDC Chairman Shrikant Shastri, Director IIT Tirupati, Professor Satyanarayan, Surveyor General of India, Hitesh Makwana, all other colleagues from various IITs, industry, Survey of India, IISc, and all those who have contributed to realizing one of the important milestone towards the implementation of the national geospatial policy. I think in my previous speakers, and including Dr. Kalpana, everything has been said about the Operation Dronagiri, that it is a pilot project which is going to be launched in 5 districts in a pilot mode. And as it was mentioned that initially we decided to do it in 3 sectors or 3 use cases. One is in agriculture, another one is in logistics and transportations, and third one is in the livelihood and skilling. But the success of this pilot will really determine the launch of this interface in a nationwide manner. And that is the reason it is an extremely important day for launching this pilot. And I really urge all of you, all the stakeholders, both the data providers and data consumers. In this case, the data providers, we have various government agencies, and the data consumers are both the government as well as the industry, to make the maximum use of this platform and this interface to demonstrate that really some impactful applications and use cases can be seen on the ground, for making it to be a case for replicating it in all other districts of India. In a sense, we are looking the establishment of the universal geospatial interface is a step in the direction of democratizing the geospatial data, much in the way in which the UPI has done for doing financial inclusions and bringing all the stakeholders under the ambit of a formalized financial sector. And I think we would like to do that in the same way in the geospatial sector as well. So we are looking, therefore, as an important pillar of the digital public infrastructure. And it is not just the geospatial data and its use by the industry. Going forward, we view the geospatial data to be an important element across all sectors and across all verticals of the digital public infrastructure, where we have the India stack for agriculture, or whether you have the India stack for health, or whether you have the India stack for finance. The geospatial data will really form one single common layer which will actually improve the services of all other India stack within the context of the digital public infrastructure. As a matter of fact, going forward, we are also looking not only to use the tools like artificial intelligence and machine learning in these stacks, but the geospatial data needs to be integrated into the AI and machine learning also to improve the outcomes of the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Because many of the AI tools, for example, today are location unaware, and they are not aware of the geospatial context. And therefore, many times, the results from these AI tools like ChatGPT, etc., may not give the location information. And I think, therefore, we believe that spatial data and the geospatial data can actually bring out a revolution in the spatial computing in the years to come, to make it like as an important part of the Internet 2.0, if we may say. In this context, therefore, we are looking at all the geospatial innovation clusters that have been set up at various IITs, IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIM Calcutta, IIT Roped, etc., to be really contributing to not only in terms of democratizing the geospatial data and using it in various sectors like agriculture, transportation, logistics, but also to create a new paradigm for the digital public infrastructure. And India as a country, we can really take the lead, having demonstrated our capabilities in the development of the DPI, to make the geospatial data integrated with the DPI to create that kind of a global impact. In this context, therefore, we view the National Geospatial Policy to be a path-breaking initiatives in the sense of providing us an opportunity for bringing the revolution in the geospatial sector. Survey of India, which is an important constituent in this, we have taken also many steps in the recent years for modernizing the Survey of India in terms of both improving the infrastructure of collecting the data by the Survey of India, and also in terms of dissemination. And in the coming years, we have planned the National Geospatial Mission in terms of improving the data resolutions, accuracy, etc., and also making it available to all the stakeholders who really need this data for improving the citizen services and also, in terms of sectoral impact that, we are looking forward. And I think we will be rolling out as a National Geospatial Mission as well. Finally, we are looking your help to make this operation Dronagiri successful, so that it can really make a case for a nationwide implementation in a public-private partnership in the same way that we rolled out the unified payment interface. And I hope that in the coming years we can realize that vision. I would like to really take this opportunity to compliment the leadership that Shrikant Shastri and his team has provided. As Mr. Hitesh Makwana also mentioned, that his unique ability in pulling together diverse industry sector and his long experience in working in the startup and entrepreneurial sector has helped in stitching together an important part of the industry and the private sector with the government agencies to make that change. I hope that all of you will help and cooperate with the GDPDC, the Survey of India, and the Department of Science and Technology to make a new beginning in the geospatial sectors, what we witnessed in the finance sectors in the recent years. So once again, thank you very much for being a part of this today. I would like to compliment all of you, and as Shrikant mentioned, that this is just a beginning, and we are looking forward that together we can build a better tomorrow and give really a role model for the world to follow in the overall space of the geospatial sectors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable insights and suggestions, which will definitely help us to take the geospatial sector to the next level in the world. Now I request Abhijit, Dr. Abhijit, to give the concluding remarks and schedule of Operation Dronagiri.
Respected dignitaries and everyone, a very good morning to all. So, on behalf of IIT Tirupati Navavishkar IF Foundation, a nodal GA, I am pleased to present the concluding remarks of Operation Dronagiri. So, Operation Dronagiri is aligned with National Geospatial Policy 2022, and we are glad to be a part of it. Together with 5 GAAs across the country, we act as a catalyst for a change of Indian geospatial landscape. So the Geospatial Innovation Accelerator Program is a transformative, innovative, designed to empower startups developing innovative geospatial solutions. This program targets both early stage and growth stage startups, with each GAA identifying 5 early stage startups will receive a funding of 10 lakhs in a grant, and 2 growth stage startups will receive the funding of 50 lakhs on the equity basis. So this schedule outlines the timeline. So its schedule is in brochure. So this schedule outlines the timeline of accelerator program, which spans from November 13, 2024, that's today, to August 17, 2025, covering every phase from proposal of submission to project completion. So the phase 1 starting today, we are officially open for application. Over the next 4 weeks, we invite startups to submit their ideas and proposals. Our selection process includes two levels of screening to identify the most promising startups demonstrating creativity, feasibility, and impact potential. Once shortlisted, the startups will be guided through pitch deck preparation and presentations. So following this, we will conduct through the due diligence and equality negotiation to ensure the alignment and set the stage of success. Upon the finalizing the agreements, the startup will receive the initial funding to kickstart this project. So the official commencement of project is on February 16, 2025. From here, it will take 24 weeks. So on June 2025, we host a demo day where each startup will present the progress and achievements. At this stage, the startup will receive the remaining funding, empowering them to contribute their journey. In the final stage, the committee will evaluate the startup impact and the outcome on or before August 17, 2025. So this startup challenge is more than just funding and mentorship. It is about building a community of innovators who push the boundaries to create a new real challenge. We invite passionate startups to take this challenge. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Abhijit. Now I request Major General Rajendran from IIT NIHF to propose the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning, and that is why we are here Thank you very much for participating in such large numbers, all of you. First of all, let me compliment and congratulate and express deep gratitude to all the audience. Let's have a big hand for all of you. Okay, all the GIAs, 5 of us, we are all together in that team. We are the nodal GIA. Their logos are embellishing our all the posters, all the brochures and everything, the sign. I am Calcutta, the Kanpur, Awadh, and us. We go on to thank IIT Delhi especially for providing us the venue, the ancillaries, the support team, and whenever we wanted something, even at 12:30 in the night last night, they made it happen. Thank you very much there. We now proceed ahead to thank our director IIT Tirupati, for having spared the time and having provided us the leadership to us, the TIH with IIT Tirupati. Thank you very much, sir, for that. We thank Dr. Konga of the GIC for having led it and in a very short time guided us for a successful conduct of this event. And to Mr. Makwana, the Surveyor General of India, for grace the occasion, sir, and for your insightful thoughts. And to Mr. Srikant Shastri, the ever peaceful, ever graceful leadership and having put together all of us and got this event going. And we have a long journey to work together and to make this step that will take us to the next level. And finally to you, sir, Professor Karandekar, the Secretary DST, for having spared the time out despite having spent long hours with us just the day in Bangalore, listening to all of us in the TIPS program. Thank you very much, sir, for taking the time out and coming over. With this, I conclude my vote of thanks, and what now remains for all of us before we proceed for the high tea and the podcast there, may I request all of you for the national anthem to please rise. मन अधिनायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाए तब जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. May we request the dignitaries to kindly for a minute be on the stage for a group photograph. Please join. Yeah. May I, after this first shot, may I request the representative of the GIAs to also come onto the stage and join in the GDI to come for the group photograph, please. The representatives of the GIA and the GDI, Dr. Abhijit, please come. Ropa. We can even come this way. It's done. That can be done. We all can be behind there. That's
Dr. Konga, please.
That photo will tell. I'm at the right time. Hi man, how are you? I'm fine, how are you?
IT बोल दिया कर दिया ना मैंने I already told you.
Before we go over the high tea and podcast,
Organization is very efficient.
for. Can we play that video of launch and the GDI video? Let's keep it playing.